There's an old joke. Two elderly women are at a Catskill Mountain Resort, and one of the women goes, boy, the food in this place is just terrible. And the other one of them goes, I know, in such small portions. That's essentially how I feel about life. Full of unhappiness and suffering and misery, and it's all over much too quickly. The other important joke for me comes from Groucho Marx, although I think it originally comes from Freud's wit and its relation to the unconscious, and it goes like this. I never would want to belong to a club that would have someone like me for a member. That's the key joke in my adult life in terms of my relationship with women. The strangest things have been going through my mind recently, because I turned 40, and I think I'm going through a life crisis or something. I don't know. Life crisis or something. I don't know. I'm not worried about aging. I'm not one of those characters. I think I'm gonna get better as I get older. Although I'm balding slightly in the back a little, but that's about the worst of it. I think I'm gonna be the balding virile type, as opposed to the distinguished gray, for instance. Unless I'm gonna be neither one of those. Unless I'm gonna be one of those guys with saliva dribbling out of his mouth that goes into a cafeteria with a shopping bag screaming about socialism. Annie and I broke up, and I keep turning it over in my mind. I keep sifting through the pieces of the relationship, examining my life, trying to figure out, where'd the slip up come from? And I'm not a morose type. I'm not a depressive character. I was a reasonably happy kid. I was brought up in Brooklyn during World War II. Thanks for watching, guys.